I think it's working now. Okay, so last time I said Syrah from Cornas, and I was not right. It was a Rioja. It was a pretty modern style Rioja. This is a Reserva, so at least a year in oak. Um, Oak was definitely there. I talked about it. I did not talk about it quite as strongly as I typically expect from Rioja. This one also was a little bit deeper and darker, and like I said, a little more modern style than kind of a real traditional stuff. Super tasty though, and something I should be aware of and should be familiar with. So we're going to taste some Rioja more frequently. All right, and moving right along. Not quite as much earth and animal character as I kind of needed for there to be Syrah. The tannins weren't quite right. And again, I needed to pay more attention to kind of the acidity and the where the oak was for this one to be Rioja in my brain instead of Syrah. Okay, so we're going to taste white wine. And this is a very pale water white wine. It is really like almost no color whatsoever. It's a little bit of yellow, no sediment, no gas, very watery, clear meniscus, almost no tearing. It's just sheeting. So what looks like a real light body, no sediment, no gas. Moving to the nose. Mine is moderately aromatic. It's not jumping out of the glass at me. There's a little fresh apple, apple flesh, apple skin, yellow apple, ripe to tart, white flowers, dandelions, white flower petals, sandy minerality. There's a little bit of kind of salty seawater to this. I'm not getting oak visually or on the nose at all. And it's tart and fresh, and there is a little bit of like bitter crisp, slightly vegetal notes to it. Nothing big like green, but herbaceous. Yeah. Moving to the palate. So tart, yes. Woo. Ooh, buddy. Tart, yes. Way more citrus here on the palate. Crazy mouthwatering, high acidity. But way more citrus here on the palate. In fact, citrus is the thing here. I'm not getting any of that apple from the palate, from the nose, on the palate. Although skin, underripe, very tart. And this is tart, lemon, lime, grapefruit, pithy. That's like the driving force is all that citrus, and it's very. I'm going to take a second sip because that's like all that I'm still getting. Yes, pithy, bitter, citrus, lemon, lime, grapefruit, tart. Still no oak. That herbal, crisp, bitter pithiness is definitely a thing here. Minerality is it's like clean, rocky, slatey, just it's like zip with minerality and acidity. So all of those things. It is medium bodied, more body than I kind of would have expected, and then no oak still. So all of these things that rip in acidity and the elevated minerality, no tannins, medium alcohol. I think this is from a cool old world location. This calls to me either Chardonnay from Chablis or Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre. So we're talking France. We're talking northern cooler regions of France. I think that little seashell salty water that I got in the beginning could be something indicating more of the minerality call. And so with that big citrus, I'm going to lean more towards Sancerre from Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre, from the Loire Valley, from France. And youthful, everything I talked about was tart and young and fresh, the color. So final conclusion, I'm going to make this a 2017 1 to 3 years, 2017, Sancerre from the Loire Valley from France, Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, other things that could have been, I talked about Chablis. I think the acidity's there. What takes me away from it? There's just so much citrus. That acidity, the citrus, the pithy herbal bitter kind of thing could bring in Gruner, could bring in Northern Italian Pinot Grigio, but I don't think either of those quite fit the bill. The acidity's a little high. For Pinot Grigio, it's a little, like, I'm not really seeing any of that coppery highlighted color. And there's just a lot. This is more Sauvignon Blanc. Just stop talking. All right, so if you found this on YouTube, check out my Twitter. So it's Stacey Land, and my Instagram is Somm Stacey. Follow me, check it out. Let's have a conversation, ask questions, give me some feedback, and let's talk some wine.